Hello, everybody. It's Jeremy, and welcome back to Journey to Gencon, which is conveniently at the end of Gencon. Um, First off, I apologize. I know it's been a week since I uploaded. I went to Gencon. I had the idea of uploading the video of before showing you my final deck list. Didn't get the chance to do it, ran out of time, so I was like, okay, I'll just couple the deck list all together in with what happened at Gencon. So this is my deck list. I went with Sail, Perfection, Surpassed. Um, if you've been watching kind of like my other channel, other videos and stuff, kind of know this is what I've been kind of leaning towards, and this is what I went ahead and went with. Um, so here's the deck. I made some big changes. I went really strong hand destruction with for the four Rebrians. I went ahead and put in the Great Apes saying, right, Great Ape Bardoc's Raiders War Cry for more offense and defense, but mainly more offense. I decided to stick in a third Android 13. I wish he's not a fan of the as far as like recording on DBS Deck Planet because um, it doesn't really pop you up and tell you what the card. I don't want to click on it. Maybe again, I don't even know how to save this. I don't even know how to save it on here. So if anybody wants to tell me how to do that, that'd be great. Um, Anyways, so I went with two Dark Broly. I went the green yellow package, pretty much what I went with, and a little bit more higher end cards like the Fuse Zamasu 5-drop. I'm hoping they're kind of bounce on the screen at least for you. I went ahead and put in two of these Majin Buu, which run a lot like Topo. Good card. It was good. And yeah, just focused on mainly just not giving my opponent, not really swinging until I get the 9-drop out, which surprisingly, no one ever really counterplayed the guy, so I was kind of happy to see that, but I didn't get to play him that often. The side deck, I decided the 9-drop Sail Super Rare that success was off this one, off the 9-drop Super 17, or this 9-drop Sail the Dark Parasite, which, by the way, is the MVP of this deck by far. I decided to put in 3 Deborah Ritual at hand for the mirror match. 2 Focus Breakthrough, which didn't end up really doing me much, but it was good against like Topo, like seeing the 4-drop Topo. Or what I really should have been targeting is the Deborahs, which is something I'll get into. The 2-drop Meki Kaburas, the kind of if I saw their big dog play a big dog, I'd be like, okay, you can't play that for a turn. Secret Identity, Mass Saiyan Overwhelm card here. Which they played a bunch of tokens, so it was mainly for like blue or anything that played a bunch of tokens that's attacking against me. Another Super 17, just in case I really needed to see it. Tactical Victory Vegeta. My concern was Cooler or King Cold, sorry, and then Time Magic for if I have to keep it like if they're playing like dual attacks, or triple attack cards, just I can keep them tapped down. Um, so yeah, this was the deck. And I'm going to tell you right now, I got toasted. I went 1-5. That's exactly what happened. My one win was my opponent dropped out. I went ahead and played every round. Was it 1-5? 1-5-1. I had one tie. So yeah, I did horribly. I did terrible. And you know what card? Well, I'm not gonna blame it on one card. Let me start with this. First and foremost, thank you everyone who played against me, and thank you Bandai for letting this tournament happen. Thank you Gencon for hosting it. It was a great tournament. Everybody that I played was wonderful to play against. I just I had a bad day. I didn't run the deck properly. I feel like I could have done a whole lot better with it. Hindsight, I probably should have gone with the more mono green version of the deck. With maybe more of the Dark Broly Unison and less the Deborahs, and then the 2-drop Deborah that goes against the ball, and then the 4-drop Frieza. That should have gone more with that line because that was kind of I think my original build if I can remember correctly. But I didn't have a good time. I had a good time, but as far as like playing, it just sucked. I sucked it up. It was bad. But I played every round. I played every single round. Five, six, seven. Yeah, I played every single round because I had to get better. Because I wanted to get better. Because I wanted to see other decks. And every deck that I played against, I think maybe only one of them in the first round that I actually played against. Um, kind of tell you how matches went. Blue Baby Control, which was it was Blue Baby. It was like a Janimba, Blue Baby Janimba. That's what it was. It didn't really. It wasn't really worried about taking your life or anything, but it was just like a really neat mill deck, and that's what it did. And I tried to switch up strategies, but the guy I was playing against, good player, figured it out. He tested against Cell a lot, and that's the other thing. Everyone was ready for Cell. Every game I had, all six of them, they sided in three of these Deborah Richard hand, which absolutely just is devastating, especially when I'm going like real hand control. I'm not really trying to swing. It was a devastating card for me, and I really didn't have an answer. And I had focus breakthrough, but I didn't even I didn't realize that focus breakthrough could have hit it if I was at full life, and they played it like no, instead of being played doesn't. But when I started thinking about that, I didn't see the card, so I didn't use this. I didn't run into any of the aboonies at all. Um, but yeah, it was a Blue Baby Controls the first deck lost. Second deck was King Cold, and we tied, which this tactical victory Vegeta doesn't really. King Cold doesn't care. Like it doesn't. So that wasn't a good sideboard. Maybe if I ran into like an Invoker deck, maybe, but I didn't. Um, Third matchup was another loss. It was Gotenks, Green Gotenks, which I had no idea. And these first three decks here, I've never played against. The Blue Baby Mill deck, the King Cold, and the Green Gotenks. I have not played against those decks, and I haven't even played against Cell, let alone played against them ever. Um, Green Gotenks stomped it. Like I couldn't even hand control. It drew so many cards. Every turn he was drawing for like 4 cards, and I couldn't do anything about that. And then he sided in the Deborahs, and it made it worse. Um, Round 4 is when they had the bye. Round 5, I lost to something. Round 6 was a yellow Gohan deck that beat me. That was a good player. Never played against that deck before, and I thought maybe I could like out combo the the big 8-drop that came out, but I didn't. Made that mistake, or I forgot that he had dual attack in game 3, and I lost. So I was like, oh my god. So then 7 was an aggro deck, red green. He played the 2-drop Piccolo, the Arrival 5-drop, uh, Gogeta that played the 4-drop for free. I can't remember what his leader was at the time. But anyways, I lost to that too. Um, yeah, I just stunk it up. I did. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. I had a rough time, and like I said, hindsight, maybe I should have went with green. But going forward, I'm probably going to stick to my wheelhouse, which is just aggro. Um, I like playing a bunch of fuckos and turning them sideways. That's just my wheelhouse. Is just playing a bunch of dudes, and here they come, and here they come again, and here's more. That's just my wheelhouse. The less thinking I have to do, the less likely I am to overthink. So I will be just playing aggro, and unfortunately, the meta right now, at least from what I saw, is control, and the games are long, or at least longer from what I've seen. I think I have a picture in here I sent to my friend who was the top 8 on the tournament that I was at. Yeah. So it was U7 Red Gohan, which that might be aggro. I have never played against that. Kid Icarus, which is Hair Dragon, which is blue yellow, I believe. Reboot Soul Striker was 3rd, which there was a bunch of Soul Striker. 4th was Hachiak, which is a more control. 5th was SS4 Vegeta, which is more control. 6th was Fused Zamatsu, control. 7th was Invoker, which is control. 8th was Sin Shenron, which I don't know if that's the yellow or the black Sin Shenron. I don't know. I didn't say here. But, anyways, these these decks, it just seems more control. But I think I just learned, this isn't my wheelhouse. I'm probably gonna have to go back to an aggro deck, and but no, I'm not making any excuses about it. I just lost. I got beat, and that happens sometimes. And I will say the competition there was stacked. There was a lot of good competition there. It was really exciting to see that. Some of the cool announcements that we had. They announced the new set, which is Return of the Saiyans, I think is what it was. It's something about the Saiyans, but there's some really good cards in that. Talked about the Mythic or Mystic packs that are coming with reprints. There's some good reprints in that. Still no Fused Zamasu, Deity's Wrath reprint, Bandai, but that's fine. That's fine. So that was exciting. There is going to be a Nationals. I think it's national. I think it's World. I think it's a Nationals out in California. I don't have any invitation. I don't see myself playing in any other big tournaments for the rest of the year. So I don't see myself going. Even if I had an invitation, I'm not trying to go to California for a tournament. I'll go to Chicago, but I'd rather have like a bunch of people to go. I'm not trying to get all that. So. But I learned that, I just kept playing and kept learning the deck, and, maybe the mono green or more green version would have been better, and this isn't my wheelhouse. I feel like I need to play more aggro. I'm not really good, especially in, that setting that, of course, the last time I was in a big tournament like this was 2018 with Pan, and I played Pan. That was the only deck I was really playing was Red Pan. So maybe I just needed more reps with the deck. And on top, everyone was ready for sale. It seemed like I saw Deborah all day, but the people I played with were just good players too. They were just really good, and they knew their decks. And I think what I'm going to have to do is push myself to actually practice outside of my locals. And I'm not saying my locals is bad. They are not. They're really good players, and shout out to them. Especially DJ and Ryan and Zach, who Zach's practiced against me a bunch of times, and DJ and Ryan let me use some of these cards. So I appreciate them, but I think I just need to force myself to just play on tap, and maybe that's something I need to do on the channel. Maybe you guys want to see me play on tap and go through these decks and see, what works and what I like. But from here to probably the end of the year, I am probably going to be playing. I'll probably play some meta stuff, but really fun decks. That's really just what I want to play for a while. Just fun, not have to think about this for a while, and recalibrate what I really want to play. And maybe next time I go to a big tournament like this, maybe it'll be something more in my wheelhouse with aggro. Maybe something that I just like playing, and do it that way. And if I get some wins, that'd just be much better. I don't think, but I don't think this even though the Cell Searcher deck is good, I think there's a better version of it, and I'm just not very good. I wasn't very good with it. So, but that's what that was. Exciting. But let's talk about Gencon. I'm gonna minimize this, and I'm gonna do this fancy whoop. Oh, hey. Let's talk about some of the things about Gencon. Number one, I'll show you some of the prizing that I got. And shout out to Jason Allen, who was there, who played, who's part of our team's Click Stop for Hero Clicks, along with me. That gave me his entry stuff. So I ended up with 2 copies of all the packs of the cards you're guaranteed to get, and I ended up with more of the other ones, the units and more boost cards here. So I'm gonna show you kind of what I have, what I pulled, and kind of go over some of the cards here. Do those last. So let's first. These are all my 2-ofs. I'm guaranteed 2-ofs. The first one here is PyCon Controlling Force. We'll kind of just show that there. It's got the Championship 2020 on it. He's meme monked. I think I saw someone make a meme of him holding a Snickers bar because he's just an angry brother. Let's go and get in there. Yeah, he's just an angry-looking individual there. So we'll kind of go over some of these. This one says, counterattack, negate the attack, and play this card. Auto When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and return it to its owner's hand. Auto 3 energy of any color. It doesn't matter. If you have 5 or more mono blue energy and you replace this card at the bottom of your deck, at the start of your main phase, ship to 1 blue Gogeta card with an original cost of 8 in your hand, and 1 blue Picton card with original energy cost of 8 in your hand, or 1 blue Picton card, and play it. So I think this is kind of like cheeks out the secret rare. I think the secret rares are 8, and the Gogeta is 8. I think there's an 8 drop Gogeta. It is. Good card. I don't know. I don't run a lot of blue, but next one is Tien Shinhan Ceaseless Strike. We'll kind of show you what this one looks like here. Let's get that up in there. It's gonna, again, really great artwork on these things. Really neat artwork. I wouldn't say they're best artwork, but I like the Championship 2021s on the side there. It's really neat. This card is specifically made for the TN leader, I believe. Counterattack, negate the attack, and play this card in rest mode. And when this card is used in the combo from your battle area, play 1 multiform token in rest mode. So it helps get the tokens on the board a little bit faster. I think he has to have 3 to awaken, or if he has 4 life or less, or has 3 multiform tokens, he can untap them and do his awaken effect. So decent card. This card's not that great, but it is a King Vegeta. It's King Vegeta commanding support. We'll kind of show you what that one looks like there. Really nice artwork on that. Pretty card. Blocker, auto if your leader card has Vegeta in its character name. So it can be King Vegeta, it can be Majin Vegeta, just Vegeta Zeno, I mean, whatever. At the end of the battle in which this card is used in a combo from your hand, play this card from your drop area. So he's just a 10k combo, 1 energy, comes out as a free, it's a 1 costed blocker out of a combo. So interesting, got 2 of those. The 2 cards I think most people are most excited for here. Android 17 Hell's Guidance. Let's go to that card. I can have 2 of each of these. This says blocker, active main, limit 1 if your leader card is yellow and you switch 1 yellow android card in your battle area to rest mode, play this card from your hand. So you can switch an android to rest mode. Here he is. Almost threw him across the room. Come here. There it is. Active main, limit 1, choose 1 Super 17 card in your battle area, place this card under the chosen card from your drop area. So, and I know the Super 17 deck wants these, and I have the Super 17 deck kind of started, so I don't know if I want to get rid of this one or not. That's a good card for it. Oh no, we'll see. Depends on what I get offered. And then Cooler Suffocating Tyranny. This card right here, a lot of people like Cooler. I don't really, I've never seen the show or the movie he's in. Energy Exhaust, Triple Strike, Arrival, Red, Blue, 1 red, 1 blue, 1 of any color. When this card is played or attacked, your opponent places the top card of their deck in the drop area, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 25,000 power for the turn. Auto, at the end of your turn, you may return this card to its owner's hand. If you do, switch up to 1 of your red or blue energy to axe mode. That is pretty good. Pretty good. Again, I'm not sure if I want to get rid of it. We'll see. It's a good card. Because I had the idea, because like, oh, things are slowing down. I have Prism Frieza. I can make it blue-red, can't I? Anyways, those are those. Now the other packs, got 3 of each, so I got 6 cards here. Let's show you the not so exciting ones first. I got 2 of these. It is the Vegeta Prideful Transformation. It's a counterplay card, has blocker, works with unisons. I got 2 of them. I already had 3 of the SPRs. This is a 4th copy. This other one is like going straight to the trade binder. So that's fine. Cards I really don't play a lot of, but people do. SS2 Trunks, Heroic Prospect, which is another counterattack. I know one time it was an $80 card. Don't play a lot of blue. Because I'm trying not to look at myself. Look at the camera more. Then I got SS Trunks God Sealing Technique, which is a great counterplay card, probably the best counterplay card there is right now. For again with the unisons and stuff. Not a big blue player. I'm just not a big blue player. But the card that I was most excited about again, I got two of them, was SS4 Bardock Fighting Against Fate. I got two of these things, and you see I've already got them sleeved up. They're already ready to be in my next deck that I'm going to be playing Sunday, which I'm not going to say anything about because, well, maybe I will, but it's a pretty fun, pretty good, really good card. A lot of people put these in their decks, and I was super excited to pull two of them. So put those right here into my deck here that I'm going to be playing. I think that's sleeves there. So anyways, that's my pulls for Dragon Ball. This will be a Dragon Ball video. However, I do want to talk about Gen Con a little bit. I had a great time. I went with my friend Jason and his friend Dennis. The con, it wasn't like Gen Con of old. It wasn't like hundreds of thousands of people, all kinds of stuff to get into. It wasn't that, but I still had a good time. I had a good time playing other games, and I just enjoying it. I'm gonna be able to go to one for the first time in a while, so that was a whole lot of fun. As far as other stuff I got at the con, well, I didn't really get a whole bunch of other stuff, but I did get one thing. Oh, I got one thing right. So let me tell you a little story. So back in 2019, there was a game that I played that I really, really, really liked. And if anybody knows me, most of you do, big horror fan, right? I like horror video games. I like horror movies. And I kind of transitioned over to board games. I have Fury of Dracula. I'm really looking for Friday Night. I've got the expansion. I don't have the main game. But anyways, I played a game, and I loved it. It's based around one of my favorite horror movies of all time, if not my favorite horror movie of all time. And great game, a whole lot of fun. Played through it, lost. So it's one of the first games that I looked for, when I left the con, and on 2019, and that game was for sale for like no less than $240. It was out of print. So I was like, oh man, it sucks so bad. So I waited and waited and watched it. Well, actually, at the time in 2019, it was like $400 to $500. People started offloading it during the pandemic and stuff. So it got down to $240. But I wasn't about to spend $240 on the game. So when 2021 Gen Con came around, I was like, okay, I really want to see if this game's available to play, and it was. So I signed up. Me and my friend Jason, we signed up for it. And decided we were going to play it. And I get there. I remember like the first day we walked in. It was Thursday when we went originally, because I helped Jason set up, get some HeroClix product and everything that he was trying to flip and all that. And I noticed that there was like 7, 8 copies just out on the table. I was like, weird, because I'm pretty sure the year I went, there was like only like 4 games available to play, and then like there was only 2 copies of the board. I don't know. Anyways, I wasn't questioning. I was like, cool, there it is. So Friday happens. Saturday is when we play. Saturday morning. I get there. There was like 7 or 8 copies of this game, and I'm just like, look, man, that's a lot of copies. I wonder if they'll come off of that. And the company that was running it was USA Opoly. So they had their little booth set up there in front of the tables, and they had their little QR code where you can get like a discount or whatever. And they had some other cool games too. They had like Cuphead, which I play that video game, and I'm like, okay, let me scan this QR code. And lo and behold, they bought the rights to this game, and they're reprinting it, and it's on pre-sale for November 10th is when it's supposed to come out. So I sat down with one of the guys who's doing the game, and I talked to him about it. He goes, yeah, they're reprinting the game. It was really short print. We know all about that. It's a pretty popular game. And I looked at this guy, and I'm like, and I asked him, it's like, what do I got to do to leave today with a copy of this game? Long story short, I got it. The Thing. Infection and Outpost 31. This game is so much fun. I love this game. It's based around John Carpenter's 1982 The Thing. And I could not believe I got me brand new, unopened. I was gonna be happy if he gave me one of the copies of the game that were open and played with. No, he gave me his copy of the game. I got his copy, sealed still. So this is brand new. I cannot wait. I have game night Tuesday. I'm providing the fun. This is so much fun. It plays just like the movie. So if you know what the movie is, it's about this crew in Alaska that goes up here and they discover this extraterrestrial life form that mimics people. So like it'll kill a human and like mimic it to a T, to as close as it possibly can. Because I don't think it takes its memories or whatever. But so the object of this game is to find out who the thing is before you leave and you take it with it, or before it destroys the post. So yes, I am overly excited about this game. Super, super excited. And I got it, and it hasn't came out yet. So I'm one of the few people, probably not one of the few people, but I'm one of the few people that didn't have to work for it. Well, did I work for it? No, I didn't have to work for it to get a copy of this. So I am super excited. It's one of the games I've been chasing for years now. And this is the highlight. I love playing Dragon Ball, and that's what this video is going to be about. But this has been the highlight for me, is getting a copy of this. So, which this leads right into what's up for the channel. What's next for the channel? We still got mind scanners. We still got to play mind scanners. We're getting through that. We still have Bennett Foddy as kind of like it's still there. We'll still do it. Coming in October, I got something I got planned. I won't ruin anything for that until October 1st, which is on October 1st is on a Friday. Sweet. So I can maybe swing that and get a video up Friday for you guys on Friday the 1st. October 1st. So, yeah, that was it. Let me know what you guys thought about the deck for the Dragon Ball people. I did terrible. I did terrible, and the guys that I played were just better that day. So, we'll focus on fun stuff. I'll kind of show you. We got in October or some things. I'll show you. I'll talk about some decks. We'll have another video where it's just me addressing you guys. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know what you think about the deck. What would you play differently? Let me know what what some of your favorite board games are. This is definitely one of my favorites. So let me know what board games you guys like. And I know I didn't get a lot of videos of the con. I'm sorry. I just took the time to relax, get away from everything, So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.